So this was a casual match between me and someone called Void Pointer's Hurt. Void Pointers has been getting stronger very quickly, and at this point he might be better than me. The last 2 times we had played before this match, he beat me both of them, so I was trying to get my revenge here. It was my plan to play more aggressively in this match. I'm not sure how well I did it. Looks like I'm setting up a 2-chain, but I can't send it with the piece stuck there, so I send a big single instead. Void has his main chain connected and a 2-chain on the right side. He's going to send that 2-chain. I'm going to get a little bit of garbage. The green starter is covered and the follow-up 2-chain is a problem. Now everything's covered. I need a red to dig, and I'm not going to be able to get that red. Void had an all clear anyway. So, Void wins the first one. So, Void clears a single. I clear a single too, but mine's smaller. Looks like I'm transitioning into a raised GTR form. Could be setting up a 2-chain on the right side. 2 double with the blue. 2 double now. I'm probably going to send it. Send a single for now. Void setting up a 2-chain with the reds. Instead clears a big single. I send the big 2 double. Makes another 2-chain. Does Void. Void can dig with the blues and a red. I'm setting a 2-chain follow-up, but Void gets a 2-chain counter. It's going to be close. He just needs a red now. I send a 3-chain, but it's not fast enough. Void is going to get to his main chain and probably win this one. There's no way I'm going to be able to counter that fast enough. So it's now 2-0 in Void's favor. Hard to read what form I'm going for this time. Looks like a right side transition though. I'm setting up 2 double in the middle. Void's not ready to send his main chain, and I'm sending my 2 double. Oh, he is ready now. He's building up the greens as a counter, and now he's going to start his chain probably. Tries to extend with the reds for now. If I notice, then I should probably just try to extend my own main chain. So Void sets his chain off. It's going to be about 8. And I set off my own chain. It goes to the greens. I don't know if it's going to be strong enough though. It is 6 double 7. It's going to be close. It's barely not enough. Void has the advantage here, and he follows up with the 3 double. I have a 2 double 3 chain. It's not going to be enough though. Still, I haven't filled up yet, so it's not decided. Setting up 3 chain. Void sending a 4 chain. I need to extend a little bit. Gonna get a 3 double. Oh no, 2 double 3 chain. Void has a 4 chain. Sending that 4 chain. I don't think I have anything to counter it. And I'm just gonna give up here. So it's now 3-0 in Void's favor. Void clears a single, and I cleared a 2 chain to counter it. Void's gonna get 2 lines of garbage. He has a counter form set up though, but it's gonna be hard for him to use all the space because of the garbage. He's gonna send a 2 chain for now. I'm gonna counter with the 2 chain, it looks like. Counter with the 2 chain. I still get 4 lines of garbage though, or 4 garbage Puyo, I should say. 2 chain from me now. We both have a little bit of garbage, but I have more space that I can use efficiently. 3 chain from me. Void's gonna counter with the 3 chain of his own. He's gonna get a little bit of garbage though, so I'd say I'm at an advantage. Void's setting up his main chain to start with the reds. I'm extending on the right side. Gonna start with the greens for my main chain. Void's extending as much as he can. Gonna start with the red-yellow exact piece. I should probably try to extend with those greens. Oh no, fortunately I didn't do that, but I do have a main chain anyway. Void's chain was a 9 chain. Mine chain looks pretty close. Looks close in power. It's gonna be stronger. It's gonna be a 10 chain. Void's gonna need a follow-up chain to win, and he's not gonna have one. So I get my first point, and it's now 3-1. As you can see, I've been playing very aggressively, as was my plan. I was saying I wanted to come up with a strategy to beat Void, and I was going to go through how he played and try to come up with an idea, and then he ended up playing a lot differently in this match. Or, not necessarily a lot differently, but he did make some changes. So Void has his main chain set up to start with the yellows on the left. My main chain isn't connected yet. I can send a 3-chain, and I'm going to do that. He's probably going to send his main chain with the yellows, and he does. The tail is very strong. It goes all the way to the reds, so it's probably about a 9 or a 10 chain. It actually goes to the greens, and it becomes a 10 chain. My chain's not going to be big enough. I've got a 6 double 7. I needed to extend a little bit more there if I wanted to win. It's now 1-4 in Void's favor. This match was a 1-50. We've got an all-clear start. Neither of us got a 2-chain all-clear, but we both cleared singles twice. Void's going to send the bonus early. I'm going to send it too. Void's setting up something big. I need blues to start my main chain. I am not getting those blues. And it was a 3-chain instead of a 2-chain from Void. If it was a 2-chain, I wouldn't have had time to draw the last blue I needed. But because it was a 3-chain, I get to the blue, and I'm going to win this round. Two to 4 now. We're both doing left side GTR. Void's transition area is kind of rough. Looks like I'm setting up a 2-chain. Instead, I clear a single, though. Void is also setting up a 2-chain. 2 double if he puts the yellow and clears the green. And he's going to connect his main chain. That one extend up. I'm looking at a 2-chain. Don't send it. Send a single instead. I can set up a 2-chain, 3-chain, 3-chain. Didn't do either, and I just extend my own main chain, which is probably the right idea in this situation. How far can I go, though? I'm probably just going to start with the yellows, and I do. Void's tail is pretty good. It goes up to a 10-chain. Mine's going to cut with the greens a little bit, but the higher greens should fall and connect. And I've got an 11-chain, so my chain's actually going to win out, and Void's 4-chain, second chain isn't going to be enough. 3-4 now. It's too early to say who's really pulling ahead. Void got off to a quick start, but it's now back to a 1-point game. Void sends an early single. Might have been a mistake. I'm setting up something. I send it as a single. Void might just start with the reds. It gets covered. He sends a 2-chain, though. I have a 2 double counter if I place the blues and clear the yellows, and I'm not going to do that, though. Void's probably just going to send everything. Sends a big 3-chain, and I see it and counter it with my main chain. My main chain's going to be good enough here. Void just gives up. And we're all tied at 4. We're both doing left side GTR again. Void clears a single again. Void could be setting up an attack. I clear a very strange 2-chain. Void counters with the 3-chain, though. I've got a tough form to work with. We'll see if I can recover. And looks like I've found a way to recover at least. Void clears a single. Could be clearing a 2-chain, and he does. And I'm at a loss for what to do. I clear a single, Void clears a follow-up 2-chain, and I'm going to fill up from that. Spent too much time hesitating on that one piece, but I didn't seem to have very many good options for where to place it anyway. Going with a different form this time. Could send a quick 2-chain. Don't send it yet. Void's transition is covered up, though, now. I'm going to send a 3 double. Void needs so many colors, he's not going to get any of those fast enough. And now he's in a lot of trouble. He hasn't filled up yet, though, and he has a 2-chain for now. I'm going to counter it instead of receiving the garbage. And Void's going to fill up. tied at 5 now. And we're both doing left side GTR. Could be setting up a 2 double on the left side with the yellow. And there's the 2 double I was talking about. Void has a counter with the yellows, but he can't draw it. And now I'm going to send a 4 chain. Void needs to dig, but there's no way for him to do it in time. He's got a 2 chain, but that's not enough. They take the lead now 6-5. It's an all clear start for me. I got a 3 chain all clear. Void needs greens and a red. He's not going to get him, but he does maybe have a counter available. He does have a counter. He needs a yellow and a green, and he's not going to get that fast enough. He barely has enough space for a single match, and he gives it up. 7-5 now, and I have a 2-point edge. Void's building a chain on the other direction this time. Maybe he feels that's safer against the early attacks that I've been trying to do. I could be setting up an attack here again. I'm setting up a 2 double 3 chain, 2 double 4 chain, and Void is looking for a counter. He's not going to get one. He wanted to start his main chain with the blues, but he didn't draw enough blues fast enough. It's now 8-5. Looks like these early attacks have been starting to pay off in these matches. I could be setting up another one here. I've got a big 2 double. Void's setting up his own big 2 double. I'm giving up mine, trying to extend, but I'm not going to get there in time. And I'm going to have to send a smaller 2 chain, and I'm at a big disadvantage here. But if I can dig, I can still win this match. Looks like I'm looking for a way to dig. That 2 chain is going to connect. Void could send a 2 double with the greens, and he does. I have to get a green to counter. I'm not going to get the green fast enough. And I guess I haven't filled up yet, but that single is going to do it. Void takes the point back, and it's now 8-6. Could be an all clear start, but I don't get the yellow fast enough. Void's transition is kind of vulnerable now that he's covered it, but he gets the pieces he needs. So he's safe for now, but I'm sending a 3 chain anyway. He's probably going to start his main chain with the yellows. Instead, he's going to receive the garbage, but now he's in trouble. He's going to have to dig quickly before I send a follow-up attack. But I didn't send a follow-up immediately, so he is getting close to digging. He's got a 2 chain. I also received a lot of garbage myself, so now I'm not in the best shape on my field either. He's right there. He needs a blue and a yellow to start his main chain, but the attack that I sent is going to hit just a bit too fast. He almost was able to dig through the garbage. I get the point, and it's now 9-6. Void's building the transition earlier. He needs yellows, though. I could be setting up a 2 double. If I don't, yeah, I have to clear a single to make my form work better. Void could be setting up something of his own. He's got a 3 chain with the greens. He's going to send that. Do I have a counter? I'm going to cut the yellows to make a counter. Void's probably going to send his main chain with the yellows if he can get a yellow. He's going to get it in time. Now I have to extend a lot. This is a tough extension to make, but I'm actually close to it. I need a red to start. I need a red to start the chain. I think I would have had it if I drew the red. I just didn't draw the final red. I got a really fortunate draw of colors to get that close, but then I couldn't draw the last one to start the chain. I could be setting up a big 2 double here to start with the blues on the right, and I'm not going to send it. Instead, I'm going to build up and clear the greens. Void was building up a counter. Looks like he's nervous about getting hit by an early attack, probably for good reason. Void's gonna send a 3 chain of his own. I need a red at least. I can start the chain with the blue so I don't lose, but this is actually gonna be a 4 double counter. Void's gonna need a yellow quickly. He's not gonna get the yellow, and I'm gonna win this one. So it's now 10-7. Right side GTR for me, left side GTR for Void. I send a big single. It's gonna send 4 Puyo to Void. Void clears the 3 chain, but I'm sending a really big 2 chain. My 2 chain is actually bigger than his 3 chain. I've still got a good form left over, so I'm not in any danger because of that. I'm extending my tail a lot. Void's sending a big 2 double though. I'm gonna send my main chain. Void has a good form, but he's gonna need to extend just a little bit. He's probably gonna need a blue and a green and then start with the green. Just needs a green. He's gonna get the starter, but the reds are gonna cut because the double red got placed on top. And because of that, Void's chain isn't gonna complete, and I'm gonna take the win. I think if it didn't cut there, I would have needed a really big second chain to counter. Looks like I'm playing a very standard form this time, and not looking to attack just yet. Void sends a big single though. I'm gonna receive it for now. And I'm looking to send a 2 chain. Decide not to. Void has built up a tall counter. I now send a single, now a 3 chain. Void sends a counter 2 chain, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to receive 3 lines of garbage, but he's still got his counter starter available to him. Looks like he's trying to get 1 more chain in with the blues. Maybe with the red and the blue. Can't find that. He's going to add in the yellows though and then start his chain. So I've got some work to do to extend and beat his. He doesn't have a very big tail, but I don't think my chain is going to be big enough anyway. Void ends up getting a 10 double, and mine's going to be a really big 9 chain, but that's not going to be enough. I need to extend just a little bit more, maybe on the tail, or just extend more on the front. I'm doing left side GTR. Void is doing a left side L shape. Void's main chain is connected with the blues. I might send a small 2 chain to start. Void defends with the 2 chain of his own. No garbage gets sent. 3 chain from Void. I'm gonna defend with the 3 chain, but I can't draw the red I need. I'm gonna fill up now. I set up a 3 chain of my own, but I couldn't draw the red, and I didn't have anything else to do. So Void sends a big single with the yellows. It's going to send a full line. I'm not in any danger yet though, and I'm going to send a 2 double back. Void's probably going to start his main chain, but he decides to receive the garbage instead and go on from there. I'm going to send a follow-up 2 chain. Void needs the red to start, and he gets it. I'm going to need double blue and then a green. Looks very tough. I need a blue-green now, and then a blue starter. I need a green on the left side and a blue starter. There's that green, but I couldn't get all the colors in place in time. Even if I started it there, I'm not sure if it would have been big enough. All clear start. Void gets it with 2 singles. I get a 2 chain all clear start, so Void gets a line of garbage. And I have a small advantage. Let's see who clears the bonus first. No one's cleared the bonus yet. Void finally clears the 4 chain, getting the bonus off. I've built a counter with the greens. Now I'm going to send my counter. This is going to be pretty good. It's a 5 double. Void has a follow-up 4 chain, but that's not going to be enough. I'm going to win this one. It's now 12 to 10. All clear start again. Last time I received the garbage and built a counter. This time Void sends an early single, and I counter with an early 2 chain. Void's form looks kind of tough to extend to a really big chain. He could just send a 4 or 5 chain early with the yellows. Oh, I need a green yellow. Actually Void sent a 2 chain instead of the 5 chain I thought he was going to send. Looked like I was going to have time to get the colors I needed, but that attack hit faster than I expected when I was playing and while I was casting. Oh, I sent a strange 3-chain. Void can get to his main chain with the yellows, if he can dig to those yellows, but there's no green in place, so it's not actually connected. I can start my main chain with the yellows. I'm probably going to extend to the blues and send it now. And Void's going to have to dig a lot. He's going to have to find a way to get a green in place. And clear the blues. Did he get it? Oh, there's a red. It looks close, actually. Wow, he actually got it. He got his main chain off. It's probably going to be enough, but I could counter it with the second chain if I can build a good enough second chain fast enough. He's got a 10 chain. I'm going to try sending my second chain. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough here. It's a 5 double, and that's not enough. Boy did an impressive job of finding a way to send his main chain in that situation. And it's now all tied at 12. Could be making an aggressive for him. I'm going to send a 2 double. Void's transition is really vulnerable, and he's going to get 3 lines of garbage. I have a big advantage right now, and I'm probably looking to send a chain with the green. And it gets covered, so I can now clear the greens on top, though, to send the chain. Gonna try to extend with the yellows, but that might be a risk. I do get the starter in time, and this is gonna be a pretty big chain. It doesn't look like Void knows how to dig and send a counter chain. And I took a bit of a risk in the middle, but did get the win in the end. So it's 13 to 12. Void's just building his chain. I'm setting up a 2 chain. I don't know if I'm going to send that, though. I've extended to a 2 double, and I'll send it now. Void can counter with his main chain. Instead, he doesn't get the starter he wants. He needs some reds on the right. I don't have a big enough follow-up attack fast enough, and Void's going to get the exact color to start his main chain. So now I'm going to have to extend to win. It might be tough. I don't think it's going to be enough if I start with the greens. And I'm going to try anyway. It's going to be 6 double, 7, and that's not enough. Void also had a follow-up 5 chain or 4 double. So we're now even at 13. I'm building an unusual form. Void's building a left side L shape. Well, I'm just going to send a 3 double. I can see Void's transition is very vulnerable. And he's going to try to dig to it. But I'm going to send a follow-up 2 double, and this is probably going to decide it. And, yep, going to get the win. One thing I was looking for a lot in the match was if I could see that Void wasn't completing his transition all the way and it was vulnerable, I was just going to try and send a big 2 chain at the start of the match or a 3 chain and punish that. So right now Void just covered his transition and tries to extend. He gets the exact piece he needs to start though, so he's going to be able to send his main chain. He got a bit lucky there, but he is going to get the win. Now tied at 14. This has been a very close match. Probably L shape again for Void. I'll probably be looking for a weakness. He's put the transition there, but I don't have an attack ready. Void's got his main chain, a very strong setup for his main chain. He's going to look for a yellow on the tail. He's going to send a 2 chain probably. And I'm going to send a 2 double in advance. Void doesn't send the 2 chain and instead sends his main chain. I have a lot of extending to do if I want to beat that. I need a red-blue. There's a red-blue. I need a yellow starter. And I'm not going to draw that yellow. Even if I got it, I'm not sure if my chain was going to be big enough. So Void wins and takes a 1-point lead. Void's building tall on his transition now. That's safer to aggression because he'll have a counter ready. But that doesn't necessarily stop me. I'm looking at the blues to send a big 2-chain. And I'm gonna cover it now and not send it. A big 3-chain from Void. I've sent a 2-chain into it, and that's gonna be a loss. Actually, I have an opportunity to dig. Void sends his main chain. Looks very tough, but if I put a blue on the right and a red on the 4th column, maybe there is a chance. I wasn't able to get all those pieces in place in time, though. All clear start this time. Let's see how quickly we clear the bonus. I clear the bonus really fast, and Void does too, and it becomes a normal match now. I'm going with the left side Yayoi. Void's going with the right side transition chain. I could send a 2-chain, and I do, but my tell is not working now. I need a yellow in the tell. Void's going to send his main chain. It's a lot of matches going off at the same time. So it's a really huge 7-chain. I don't have that. I've got a 6-chain, but it's nowhere near enough. Void wins another one, and he's now at a 3-point advantage. Well, potential all clear start, but it doesn't quite come. Void sends a 2-chain. I kinda need greens on the right side, and I'm gonna get him. Void has a 3-chain ready, 4-chain actually with the yellows, and he's probably gonna send it. He does send the 4-chain. I'm gonna need a blue to start. I need a blue, I need a blue, I need a blue, I need a blue. It's so much time. That was actually pretty unlucky to not get a blue in that amount of time, but it happens. So not much you can do about it, but go on to the next match. I send an early single, and looks like I'm not going to send a follow-up attack, and I'm just going to build up from there. And I, looking at sending something, spent a while thinking about it, but decided not to send it. And now my side's getting covered with garbage. Void sends a follow-up 2-chain. I'm going to dig to a 2-chain though. He's got a 3-chain follow-up as well. Actually, I got a 3-chain with the ghost piece. Void's sending a follow-up attack. I need something. I need a blue. I can dig to the blue though. If I clear that blue, it's going to send my main chain, and then I'm probably going to win because Void doesn't have a big chain of his own set up anymore. It's actually not my main chain, it's a 3-chain. Either way it connects, but now the match isn't decided yet. Void's looking for that double green. He's going to draw it, and he's going to have a big chain of his own. It's going to be about 5 double. It's 5 double chain, and I'm going to lose this round. If I did just had a bigger chain, or it just sent a big chain somewhere in there, I could have won it, but I didn't quite get it. I'm setting up a 2 double on the right side. Could make it a 2 triple with another blue. Could send it with the yellows. I'm going to send it immediately. Void's going to start his main chain with the yellows. He has nothing else he can do. And it's going to go down to the blues, so it's about 9, I think. I'm going to need a lot of reds. I'm drawing a lot of reds. Go. I got to put down faster, though. I'm not going to draw it fast enough. I think if I had just put the pieces down a little bit faster, I could have gone there, and I think that time I would have had a chance to beat his chain, but didn't quite put it down fast enough. Void's going with the left side GTR this time. I'm going with an unusual form. Could be looking to send something, but no. Void's looking for a green to start his main chain. He's now looking at a 2-chain on the right side. He's extended, and he's going to start his main chain with the greens. Let's see what I can get off here. My chain is not standard, so it's hard to read how big it's going to be. But I don't think I have an 11 chain there. And while playing, I agreed and just filled up. So all of a sudden, Void's jumped out to a 7-point lead. It's 14 to 21. It's all clear match, and neither of us has cleared the bonus yet. Void's sending a 2-chain. I'm going to send a 4-chain. Void doesn't quite have a good counter, but he draws a good piece, so he's able to make a 3-chain. Still, he receives a lot of garbage, and he has no Puyo on his field, so he's at a big disadvantage. He's building up a 2-double. 3-double now. I'm going to send what I have. It's a 3-double on my side. Void is actually sending a 4-double, so I may have just played myself into a disadvantage. I receive a lot of garbage. I haven't filled up yet because I built a counter on the left side, but now I would say I'm at a pretty big disadvantage in this match. I can start something with a red and a yellow. I'm not going to get the red and yellow, though. I couldn't put the red down because the only way to put it would cover the yellow or cover the X. Void's making his left side L shape, and on the right side he's setting up a 2-chain, but I'm setting a quick 4-chain. And he can't even draw a red. That's surprising. But even if he did, he needed a blue as well placed down so that he could the chain would be longer than just a 3-chain. Oh, I could be setting up something here. Got a big 2-double. Big Void's setting up something of his own, though. He's got a big 2-triple. His is going to be 2 lines bigger than mine, so I get a lot of garbage. Still, I have a way to dig with it. I just need a yellow, and then start with the blues. Oh, my starter gets covered though, so I'm going to need something. I'm going to need greens. I'm going to use the greens, and I'm going to get them. Void sends a 5-chain, but mine should be bigger. And I do have a 7-chain, so I'm going to win this one. It's now 16-22, so it is a 6-point lead for Void. I'm sending a 2-double 3-chain, but Void has his chain completely ready. He just needs a blue, but he doesn't get a... Oh, he does get a blue. It really looked like the garbage should have already fallen, but somehow Void gets the blue just in time. I built up a counter, but I don't draw the blue I need. Still, if I get reds, I can do something, but Void sends a powerful single to close it out. 16-23 now. Building a left side GTR. And nothing's happened yet. I could be setting up a 2-chain or a 3-chain. Void sends a 3-chain. I'm looking for a red to start the 2-chain, but I don't get it. But I do have a 3-chain on the yellows now, and I have nothing else to do but send it. Void's not going to get the reds he wants to start his main chain though, so I'm going to get a win. Now 17-23, we have an identical opening for the first few pieces. The first difference was just now. I'm setting up something. I have a 3-chain on the red. I might just send it, and I do. Void can send his main chain with the greens, and he's going to do that. I'm going to need to extend to win. I can get this if I'm fast, but I don't know if I'm going to get it. Probably going to need more than that. The towel doesn't look like it works. It just barely all misses, and it's not enough. Void still with a 7-point lead, 17-24. Setting up a big 2-triple. Probably going to send it, and I do send it. Void needs a red starter. He's just not going to get it. Accidentally clears a single, and that wastes even more time. So it's now 18-24. You can see I was really focused on the aggressive strategy. Void's now doing his own version of it. Sends a big 2-double, but I have the exact colors I need to start a 5-chain. Void's at a big disadvantage. He's going to need to start something, and actually, he was missing a green. He almost got to a chain that could have countered it, or let him survive at least. Doing left side GTR. Void's making his transition really tall. probably to be safe against the attacks that I've been sending early. I could be sending a 2-chain with the blues though. And I'm thinking about it, and I do send it. Void can start his main chain with the yellows, but he doesn't do that. Doesn't have a yellow. And he's going to send a 2-chain for now. I'm going to receive... Now I'm going to send a 2-chain counter. And Void clears a single, and I get 1 block of garbage. Void sending a big 2 double. I need a counter. I need a counter. And got nothing fast enough. So I am in trouble, but Void hasn't sent a follow-up attack yet. That single might do it. Oh! So there's this strange thing that happens when you, like, receive garbage and it hits the columns, the ghost columns on the edge of the field. And then it happens so fast that you can place the next piece down so quickly that a lot of times people get surprised and fill up, like what happened to me there. Looks like I'm trying to set up an attack, but I just can't find a way to do it correctly. So I'm going to send a single for now. Still haven't done anything yet. 2-chain from Void. I'm going to have to send with the yellows to not fill up. So I send a 2-chain with the yellows. Void sends a follow-up 2-chain, and now I send a 3-chain. Void needs a blue and a yellow. He clears the blue. Doesn't... Oh, he actually needs the greens to start his main chain. He's going to need some work to dig. He needs a blue and a green. He's setting up... Oh, my follow-up attacks were just a little bit too quick. Void was trying to switch into a 2-chain to dig, and then he didn't quite get there. I'm playing a stable right side GTR. Void's playing a left side GTR. I'm setting up a 2 double, probably going to send it. And I look at it and send it. Void sends a 2-chain. Actually, mine was a 4-chain. Void gets to the yellow to start his main chain. Now I'm going to have to extend in a hurry. I'm getting close. If I get a blue and a blue starter, it might have been enough. I'm not sure. Actually, it would have been close if I just sent it. I think I thought it might not be enough, so I didn't send it and tried to extend a little more, but it was actually close. Anyway, Void takes the win, and he's now at a 6-point lead. I could be setting up a 2-chain on the left with the greens. Void's going to send his main chain quickly. It's an all clear from Void, but I have a 6-chain as well. My 6-chain is going to be bigger, so it's still kind of like a new match. Void sends a big single. And Void's kind of low on Puyo. Might just send a 4-chain with the reds. No, he's going to try to extend with the blues and make a transition. And he does do that. I need a green on the left to start my main chain. Oh, Void's starting his main chain. And he still need that green on the left. And my tail's going to all cut because I couldn't find a place to put the yellow. But I still get my chain off. It might be enough here. It is going to be an 8 double, and it's more than enough. And I'm going to win this round. Void sends a 3 double, but it's not going to clear all of that. 21 to 26 now. A 5-point deficit feels like a lot, but it can change in a hurry. I'm doing a right side GTR, Void's doing a left side GTR. He's playing it very safe on the transition area. I'm sending a 2-chain though. He's countering with a single. He's going to get a line of garbage. And we're going to go on from there. Void's setting up a 2-chain. Sends the 2-chain. I'm just going to send my main chain immediately. I don't know if that's going to work. Void can extend and win. It's a 7-chain for me. Void's looking at his chain and wasn't able to extend enough to win. So he decides not to start it. 22 to 26 now. I need a lot of greens in my form. It's very unsafe, but Void hasn't been doing the early attacks that I've been doing. I'm setting up a 2-chain, gonna send it. Void has a 2-chain counter with the reds, but he's not gonna draw a red. No follow-up for me yet. Void has a 4-chain dig. I probably want to send my main chain with the yellows, and I do. And my chain's going to be about... tough to read. The tell is pretty good. So it's 7, 8. And Void gives up. It's now 23 to 26. It's drawing closer to even. From the way I slid my Puyo, that red might have been a misdrop, but I still have a form. I'm going to send a 3 chain. Looks like I saw Void's transition was in a rough shape, and he's going to get buried for now. He's going to dig with a 2 chain. I'm looking at the reds to start a chain of my own, I think. But I covered the red, so that's not going to work. Void's dug to his main chain. It's going to be 7, I think. I'm looking to start. And I start my chain this way. It's not going to be enough, though. Void's going to take a point back and go up 4. Setting up a big 2 chain starter, but Void's transition is in place, so I'm gonna pass it up now. Void's setting up a 2 chain of his own, 2 double. He just needs a red to start it. He clears the single first, and now he sends that 2 double. I draw the exact color I need to make a 4 chain, though. Void's probably gonna send his main chain with the blue, and he does that. It's gonna be 6 double. I'm gonna need to green red. I need a lot of reds. Oh, there's almost there, but I blocked it with the yellows anyway. I think I had a good opportunity to win that round. I just didn't quite draw the colors I needed. It was a tough extension to make. Setting up a 2 chain on the top. 3 chain now. Void sends a 2 chain into the 3 chain. And it's going to get covered quite a bit. I don't have a follow-up attack quick though, so we're going to go from there. Still a lot of work for Void to dig through all of that, but he's getting there. Just needs a blue-green and a yellow starter. Oh, he extends through the reds, and I'm in trouble with that clear. That was probably a misdrop. And I don't think I can do anything here. It's just... whatever I do, it's not going to be a 10 chain. And kind of unfortunate. If I had done a follow-up attack quicker, I could have won that pretty easily, but I took my time and then didn't end up building a big chain and didn't do a follow-up attack either, and I didn't win. We're both doing left side GTR this time. Void's building a nice powerful form as always. Oh, sends a 2 chain on the back. It might have been a misdrop, but either way it connects. And I clear a single to not receive the garbage. I could send a 2 chain. Gonna go over it. Void sending his main chain. I need yellows, I think. My chain's not gonna work no matter what I do, pretty much. The reds were gonna cut in the middle, even if I somehow got down to the transition, which I didn't. Now 23 to 30. Void again has a 7-point lead. As was the plan, I've been the much more aggressive player in this match, but sometimes I think my follow-ups haven't been fast enough to win when I get an advantage, and I haven't been able to extend and win very well, I don't think. 3 chain counter from Void is going to be a good play here. I'm going to send a 2 chain defense. He's going to send a follow-up, but my main chain doesn't get covered. I'm going to try to extend with the yellows. I need a yellow and a blue, and then a yellow. And that extension was just kind of too risky. I probably should have found a different place to extend, like on the tail. If I had gotten lucky and gotten the yellow and blue, I could have won there, but it was a big risk to take. Void's going with his left side L shape, but when he goes for the transition, it's going to be vulnerable. He's not going for that transition because of what I said. He's going to send a 3-chain to counter my attack, and it's about even. He still hasn't gotten into his transition. He's now going off the right side to send a 2-chain, and now he's sending a follow-up 2-chain. And my chain gets covered for now, but I can dig easily with a single clear. I can start my main chain, and I do. And Void sends a 3 double, but my main chain is going to be 7, so I'm going to win this. You can see Void was nervous about going into the transition because of how often I've been sending those early attacks when he tries to make it. Void's got a 3-chain set up ready, and he's gonna send it. And I don't think I have a counter. I have a counter with the blues. It would be a 4-chain if I get a blue. And I have nothing else to do but send that. It's gonna be a good play in this situation. I can dig by clearing the garbage as well. So if I get a couple more greens, then I'll be able to dig, and I'm probably gonna send that. It is going to cut with the red, so it's going to be a 4-chain. Void's got a bigger chain, actually, if he can get double greens or a red. He gets the red. It's not as big with the red. It's only a 4-chain. If he had gotten the green starter, it would have been a 5-chain, and Void would have had an advantage. But as it is, I'm probably going to win the round, but it's not over yet. Void has a 3-chain ready. I'm not sure what I have. I have a 2 double. Void sends it as a 2 double, so it's about even. And it's still not decided. Void's going to send a 2 double. I need a starter somewhere. I'm going to send a 4-chain, actually a 5-chain. And I don't think Void has a counter to this one. He's going to try sending it, but it's only a 3-chain. And now I should have enough advantage to win. So it's now 25-31. Going to be another all-clear match. I'm going to send the all-clear bonus early. Void's going to receive it, and he has a counter ready. But it does get covered. I've got various starters, but I'm probably going to start with the greens, and I do. And I've got a 5-chain. Void needs a blue. He's not getting the blue on the left, so he can't connect to the left side, and with that he can't generate enough power without doing that. You get another point, and it's now 26-31. I could be setting up an attack on the left side. If I get 2 blues, I can send it. Void's form isn't that vulnerable, though. I'm gonna send anyway. The single covers his starter. I'm not sure if I saw it or sent before it got covered. But either way, when his starter got covered, it was very hard for him to get a counter ready. Still, he's looking to dig, but he's not quite able to do it. So an early attack is going to win that one. It was a good combination there to do a single first and then send the big 2-chain after. Void's taking care through the transition. I'm going to send a single anyway. He's going to send a big 2-chain. I need greens if I want to start my main chain. And I'm not going to get it fast enough, but I can dig because the yellows were tall up. I need a yellow and a blue and a green. I need a green now. I'm going to get all the colors I need to start my main chain, and my main chain is going to be enough to win here. And Void doesn't have another follow-up chain, so I'm going to get another point, and it's now 28-31. So it's been going back and forth. Void's transition is a little vulnerable, but he gets a double blue. I send a 2-chain. Void sends a 3-chain counter. I send a single. And I'm going to take a line of garbage, but it's not much of a problem in my current form. I'm going to clear a single. Void's going to clear a 2-chain with the blues. And it's going to be another line of garbage. It's becoming more of a problem now. I can start my main chain with the blues, and I'm probably looking to do it. I extend with the yellows, and that's my main chain. It's only about 10, I think. 10 or 11. Void can start his main chain with the green on the right. It's at 11 for me. Void figures he doesn't have a chain that works well enough and gives it up. So slight winning streak for me. It's now 29 to 31. And going with a Yayori form. Void's making his L shapes. His transition's vulnerable, but I don't have a attack ready. Void's got a defensive 4 chain set up with the greens. He sends a big single though. He's gonna send a line. And I'm gonna dig, and I have a 3 chain defense ready if I need it. Gonna send a single probably, but no. Still haven't done anything. I may be looking for a green to start a big 4 chain. There's the 4 chain. I have a good form left behind as well, so I can extend pretty easily. So it's actually a pretty strong play there, just because I had a good form left behind. And even if Void got his main chain off, I would have time to extend and win that way. Now it's a very difficult thing to do, so I could easily lose trying to extend, but that's the goal anyway. I send a 2 chain here, and a follow-up 2 chain very quick, and Void's gonna somehow draw his next piece to start his main chain. I need a red on the top left, and I need to extend on the tail a lot. And a yellow starter, but my tail isn't gonna work well enough, and Void's gonna win. So I did send a quick follow-up there, but Void just barely drew the color he needed to start his main chain, and I couldn't build up and extend and win in that situation. I'm building a slightly unusual form. And I have no real attack options available. My tail doesn't look like it's going to work. Void's got a 2 chain ready. Doesn't send it. I'm setting up a 2 double with the greens, 2 triple. I'm going to send a single first. Void's probably going to start his main chain with the greens. Instead, he sends a 2 chain, but I send a 2 double into that. And Void had the exact color he needed if he wanted to start his main chain. Instead, finds a different way to receive the garbage and dig down and send a 3 chain. I'm going to send a big attack, but I don't know if Void can send his main chain here. And he's not able to do it, and he's not going to get it in time. I think Void was at a really big advantage in that round because my form wasn't very good, but I managed to beat him with a quick attack. Void's doing that L shape with the vulnerable transition. Doesn't look like I'm looking to attack it though. And he's going to get through that transition segment. My tail kind of gets covered before I can finish it up. And I'm going to look to send a 3 chain. Void sends a 2 chain. I'm not able to get the 3 chain off. Now I can start the 3 chain if I want, and I do. And Void receives a lot of garbage. Can't really connect his main chain. Actually, it's going to be a 4 chain. It cuts. I just need to start with the blue. I just need to start with the blue, and I do. And I should be able to win here. Void is going to try sending what didn't get connected, but it's not going to be enough. So, it's now back to all even at 32. I've brought back a 7-point deficit, and we're tied. Potential all clear start, but neither of us get it. Looks like I want to attack, and I send a 3 chain. Void needs 2 blues. He's actually going to leave the green out to counter with the greens. And I'm going to need to build a big chain in a hurry, because Void can start his at any time. He's starting it. He's got the yellow in the ghost position. And it's going to be a 6 chain. I'm not going to get anything off in time. And Void's going to get the win. So, even though it got back to even, I haven't taken the lead in a very long time. We're doing an identical opening, and we change here, though. I clear a single on the right side. Void needs a red. He's going to clear a 2 chain for now. I could send a 2 double, but I decide not to. Void's got a 3-chain ready on the reds. I'm going to send a 2-chain first. And Void's probably going to send his 3-chain because there's not much else he can do. And he does send that 3-chain now. I'm probably going to start my main chain with the blues. And I do that. And Void's got a tough form to try to extend. He's going to have to go through the greens in the second column. Instead, he just sends it. I don't know if it's going to be enough. It's a 4 double 5 and it's not enough. So we're back to even at 33. Another L-shape opening from Void. I'm going with the right side GTR. Actually, this could be an offensive opening. I'll be looking for blues. Could send a single. I'm sending an attack. Void's going to defend with a 2-chain, but he's still going to get some garbage. My form's kind of tough to work with, though. I'm sending a follow-up 3-chain. He's defending with a single and then a 3-chain of his own. This is a big disadvantage for me now. I've received a line of garbage. Void still has a good form left over. I'm looking to start a chain with the yellows. He's sending a 2-chain. I've extended to the greens. And now I just need to dig to the greens. But it's getting covered by another 2-chain. It doesn't get covered, fortunately for me. Void, though, still probably has the better form. So he's probably going to win out in the chain battle. Mine's a 7-chain, but he still gets an 8-chain, and he is going to win it. $33 to 34 now. Void's going with left side GTR. I'm going with right side GTR. I can make an offensive form, probably thinking about it, but I am going to send a 3-chain. Void's transition is vulnerable. He has a 2-chain with the yellows. It's not going to be enough to counter everything, though. I'm going to need a quick follow-up, because he can dig. He's got a 3-chain dig with the greens, and he's going to get it off. And he's going to send the garbage back, and now he's going to send a 5-chain. I've got to beat a 5-chain in a hurry. I need double greens. Starting it that way is only a 4-chain, so it's not going to be enough. If I had gotten the green starter, it would have been a 5-chain, and it would have still been in it, but this way it's pretty much over. I wasn't going to draw into the greens, though, anyway. So Void gets another win, 33 to 35. Void's going with left side GTR, I'm going with right side GTR. Not quite GTR, but a similar form. Void's building a counter in advance. He's going to send a 3-chain. It's going to end up working out. So I'm covered for now. Going to try to dig with the greens. Void's got a strong chain set up, though. I'm sending a single. Small single again. Void sending a 2-chain. Defending with a single, but it's not a good defense, so I still get some garbage. I'm extending as much as I can, but Void's got a better form for extending, so I'm going to force him to play his main chain with a 3-chain. And now I have to do some work to extend and beat that. It doesn't look like I'm going to make it. Void had a 10-chain. I couldn't quite get my chain off. And it's now 33 to 36. Oh, Void's sending a big single, and I'm sending a big single as well. Void had the bigger one, though, so I get some garbage on my side. Void's still got that vulnerable transition. He's going to send a 2-chain instead of going for the transition. Now he's going for the transition. I'm going to send a 3-chain into that. But he managed to get the exact color he needs to make the transition work out. So he's got a counter with the green. He's going to cover it up and try to extend with the blues and the yellows. And it looks like he's going to get there. Doesn't quite draw the colors, though. I'm going to send a 2-chain for now. He needs a green starter, and he's not going to get it. So Void went for an extension, and he just didn't quite get the colors he needed. I'm going with the right side transition again. This time Void's going with the right side transition as well. Doesn't look like I'm looking to attack. Void's got a 3-chain or 2 double. He sends the 2 double for him. I can defend with the yellows, but I don't do that. Still, I've got some options left. He's sending a 5-chain though into my 3-chain, 6-chain actually, and it's a good counter to what I was doing. 34 to 37 now. Again, it's first to 50, so Void will win if he wins 13 more. I need to win 16 more. I'm going to send a 5-chain all clear, and Void's going to send a 5-chain all clear, so it's going to come out exactly even, and it's going to be an all clear match now. I'm building up a counter. Void's building up a big chain. I'm going to send a 3 double all clear. Void doesn't quite get off the chain he wants. Actually, he draws the blues, so he sends a big 2 double, but I have the all clear bonus again, and that's going to give me a huge advantage here. I'm going to send a big chain. It's a 4-chain. I guess not that big. Void can't quite build a counter to that though. 35 to 37 now. Interesting form for me here. Oh, Void's going with that through that transition part. He's building an attack on the right side though. I'm going to send a 3-chain into it. Void can't quite get all the colors he needs to complete the transition. I'm going to send a follow-up 2-chain. And Void's in trouble. He doesn't have much space. He needs a green just to not fill up. And he doesn't get it. 36 to 37 now. Looks like I've been doing a really good job of watching when Void's going into his transition and countering it. Or attacking it at least. I haven't been winning every time though. And Void's got a lot of options set up. He sends a 3-chain. I'm going to defend with the 3-chain, but mine's smaller. I'm going to get a good amount of garbage. It ends up just being a line. I've got the main chain still available though, and I'm going to send it. Void's chain is 5, mine's going to be 6. It's going to be close in power, I think. So it is stronger, but Void's going to beat it with a follow-up chain. And my follow-up isn't fast enough, so I'll have to receive the garbage for now. And not much space to work with on my side. Void's sending a 4 double. I'm not going to be able to beat that. I send a 2 double, but it's not enough, and Void's going to get the point. 36 to 38. With these opening colors, I go with left side GTR, but Void makes the L shape. And Void's sending a 2 double. I didn't see this one coming, and it's going to connect. My transition is really hard to get to. And Void's going to send a 4-chain. I don't think I can get a counter in time. And I can't. So this time Void was the one to attack, and it ended up working out very well for him. Oh, all clear start. Void gets it with 2 singles, I get it with the 2-chain, so I've got a small advantage from the start. Void clears the bonus first. And now he's sending a 3-chain. It's almost an all clear besides a garbage block on the right side. If it had been an all clear, he probably would have won for sure. But as it is, I think I have an advantage. I'm going to send what I have. It's going to be a 5-chain. I don't think Void can beat it though. It's going to send a 3-chain, and it's not enough. 37 to 39 now. Void has consistently been in the lead, but it's still very close. No attacks going on yet. Void could be making a 2-chain with the reds though. And he covers that. Could be going for a 2 double with the reds, and he sends that. I need to counter quickly. I've got my main chain, and it's going to be 9, 8 or 9. Void needs a lot of reds. He's getting a lot of reds. He needs a few more reds. And he doesn't quite get enough reds. Unfortunately for him, his extension needed too many reds and he wasn't lucky enough to get all of them. Looks like I haven't been doing as many fast attacks anymore. But now I'm setting up a 2 double, gonna send it. Void's gonna defend with a 2 chain. No, he's actually gonna receive it. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly send a 5 chain follow up, and Void can't draw a red starter. He does draw the red starter, but it's not gonna be enough. It's only a 4 chain. It's now tied at 39. So after being behind for so long, I could be the first one to get to 40. Potential all clear start, but I didn't put it in a way where I could get it. Void's doing his left side GTR. I'm doing a right side GTR. Neither of us seem to be looking to attack. Void's setting up a 2 chain now though, but he's connecting it to his main chain instead, and he's going to send it immediately. I'm gonna need to extend because Void's chain is all clear. Instead, I just send my main chain. I don't think mine's gonna be enough though. Void's got an 11 all clear. Mine's only like 10. Oh, mine's actually 11 as well, but it's not gonna be enough. And Void's gonna win. If I had read how long Void's chain was a little bit faster, I could have tried to extend one more and then I would have won, but I wasn't able to do that. I have an unusual form this game. Oh, 2 double from me. Void's transition wasn't really set up, so he's going to receive that for now. He's built a counter though, and he can start with the yellows. Oh, he's starting a 2 chain, and I'm going to counter with a 2 double, but I don't have much left. Looks like a tough spot for me. Void's sending everything he has. Oh no, actually it doesn't connect, so it's only a 2 chain for now. Now Void's sending everything he has. It's going to be about 8. I do have a chain left over, but I don't know if it's going to be good enough. I'm going to have to send it with the blues instead of the greens. And it's only 5, unfortunately. So Void goes up by 2, 39 to 41. As it gets closer to the end of the match, the small lead differences start to matter a lot more. Because, like, if you're 5 points ahead at 45, then the other person has to win double to catch up. 2 chain from me. Void counters most of it with a single. I'm sending a follow-up 2 chain though. Void sending his main chain with the reds. It's like 8 double or 7 double. 7 double. I don't have the counter. I need red and green. I might have had it if I drew the next piece. And if I put down my pieces a little bit faster, I might have gotten there. But as it is, I didn't make it in time. So it's now a 3-point advantage for Void. 39 to 42. I'm setting up a 2 double, but I'm not going to draw the blue. Instead, I turn it into a counter. I'm going to make the 2 chain for now. Void's got a big 2 double with the yellows, but he decides not to send it. He's looking at another attack. Instead, makes a single. He still has that 2 double looming. Sends a 2 chain for now. Unfortunately, the middle column got covered for me, so I can't clear the blues. And now he sends that 2 double, and he's going to win with it. So all of a sudden, Void's gotten a 4-point advantage, and once again, this is that thing that I was saying where small lead difference matters so much more in the end game. Still, it's not over yet. Void's setting up a 2 chain, or a 3 chain, he makes it a 3 chain. I'm clearing a single, and that's probably a mistake. And I'm going to counter with the 2 chain, but I'm still going to get 2 lines of garbage. Void doesn't follow up immediately, though. If I can get greens and yellows, I can dig. Void's setting up a 2 chain, though. He's going to send his main chain instead. I've got the dig available. And Void's got a 6 chain. I've got a 8 chain. And It's close in power actually. Void gets a single red rock. I do have a follow-up 2 double, and this is gonna be enough probably. Void makes a 2 chain to lower the garbage, but yeah, doesn't have much space left. He's gonna make a 2 chain and try to keep going. Yeah, he's gonna make a 2 double and try to keep going. I'm sending a 2 triple though, and this is gonna close it out. Finally, I take a point back, and it's 40 to 43. Similar forms from both of us this game, but our tells are slightly different. I'm setting a 2 double very quickly, and then a follow-up 3 chain. Void's in trouble, but he gets reds for a 2 chain. Still, he's got a lot of garbage to go through, and I've got a clean board. I don't have very many Puyo to work with though, so it's not quite over. I'm going to send everything I have. It's going to be a 5 chain. Void doesn't really have the space to beat it unless he uses the right side. He could have put a green and a blue on the right side to make a 5 chain, but he wasn't able to do it in time. It's now 41 to 43. I could be setting up an attack. It looks like I am. Big 2 double. Void's making his L shape. And I'm going to just send the attack. It's 3 chain. Void's got a 4 chain counter though, so I'm going to receive a little bit of garbage. It's only a single line of garbage, so that's not too much. And I do have a lot more Puyo left. Void's looking to attack with a 2 double probably, with the greens. I need a lot of greens to start my main chain. I could be in trouble, but I needed one more green. I'm going to get there. Void's attack didn't quite come fast enough, and then I was able to get to my main chain. Turns out it's a pretty good 9 chain. Now 42 to 43, only 1 point difference here. I could be setting up an attack again. Void's got a pretty safe form this time though. Still, I'm looking to send a 2 double, it looks like. 2 double, 2 double, pass it up for now. 2 triple. I'm hesitating, and I finally decide to send it when Void sends a 3 chain. Now Void goes into his main chain immediately. It's going to be a 5 chain from Void. I'm looking for a red to extend on the tail, and then start with a red on the front. Unfortunately, I don't get the red to extend on the tail, and that way it's only a 4 chain, and I'm not going to win. So it's now 42 to 44. We're both doing left side GTR, very similar shapes. Void has an attack on the blues. I'm building a counter on the blues though. Void's building a bigger attack on the blues. We both send a very big 2 chain, and I get a little bit of garbage. I've got a 3 chain ready. Void's sending a 2 double with the greens. 2 double 3 chain now. I need a red to counter. I need a red. I need a red. I just couldn't quite draw it. I think I knew he was going to send it, so then I was upset about not drawing the color, so I was spinning my piece around. All clear start this time. Void sends the bonus first. I send the bonus with a single. I've got a 4 chain set up. Void clears a single. I'm trying to extend with the greens. Void's trying to extend with the yellows probably. Instead he sends everything now. It's going to be 3 double, but I've got my chain ready. And mine's going to be bigger. So I've got a 6 chain. And this Void's not going to be able to counter that in time. 43 to 45 now. Left side L shape from Void. I'm doing left side long GTR this time. I could set up a 3 chain on the left side, and I'm not going to actually do it though. Now I do it. Void clears a single, sets up a 2 double. He's looking at it. Doesn't send it yet. I clear a single. Void sends a 3 chain. I don't have much here to counter it, so I take 2 lines of garbage, and now I send my main chain. Void has a lot of time to extend, though. And the starter is the green piece. Extends to the red. I've got a 9 chain. He extends with the exact piece to start with the blue. And Void's chain is going to be bigger here. It's going to go to the yellow in the tail. Void's got 10. I need a second chain. Need a second chain, and I don't quite have one. So Void's going to get another point. 43 to 46. Void only needs 4 more to win. I need 7 more. Void setting up an attack on the left side. 3 chain, and he's going to send it immediately. I'm going to, I counter with the 3 chain of my own. Void goes into his main chain, though. I need something really quickly. That's the exact thing I needed, but I just need a yellow starter. Wasn't able to get it in time. My main chain was just too far away in that situation. I needed to get really lucky with the colors if I wanted to start it. And I almost got enough good luck to get there, but then I didn't get it. Void's transition is a little vulnerable. I'm looking at a 3 chain with the reds. Void's sending a 2 double, though. I'm countering it before he sends it even with the 3 chain. Now I set another 2 double, but don't send it. And just build up from there. I'm probably going to send my main chain now, and I do, and it's about 9. Void still has his main chain available, though, so he's sending his, and his is about 9 or 10. So mine was 9. His is 9 as well. It's close in power, but he gets 4 lines of garbage. Got a 3 chain ready. He's got a 3 chain counter. The counter is not quite enough in this situation. So he gets another line, and he's at a disadvantage. But I still need to close it out somehow. He's got a 4 chain. I'm sending a 2 triple 3 chain into it. It's enough difference in power to send 3 lines, though. I'm looking to start a chain with the blues, and we'll probably start it immediately. Void can start a chain with the blue, but it wouldn't be enough, so he tries to extend 1 more. Now he starts with the blues, but doesn't quite connect. 44 to 47 now. I still have to win 6 before Void wins 3 if I want to win the match. We're both doing left side GTR. No reds are coming for a long time, so that makes it hard for both of us to build. Void's got a 3 chain. I don't quite have a defense. I'm just going to connect my main chain and go from there. Void needs a yellow and a red to set his main chain, and he's also probably needs to... he didn't actually need to extend very much because my chain wasn't that big, but he wasn't able to start his chain in time. It's now 45 to 47. Gonna have to clear a single for now. Void's going with that dangerous transition. I'm not gonna attack it though. Void's setting up like a 4 chain. Instead he sends a 2 chain on the left. I'm not in that much trouble here, and I send a 2 chain for now. Void's got a 3 chain counter though, and he sets it off. I need to do something about this. I send a small 2 chain, but that's not going to be good. Now I'm in a lot of trouble. And the yellows get covered too. I needed a lot of blues to start anything. I need a lot of blues. And I think I need a yellow. Oh. If I connected a yellow, I could have started my main chain, but I didn't connect the yellow. And that's actually going to cost me here. Because I probably would have won if I started the main chain. But I didn't. 45 to 48 now. Void only needs 2 points to win. I'm setting up an attack, it looks like. Void's going with his L shape. I'm committing to that attack, it looks like. Void covers the transition now. And on the yellows I'm going to send. And Void has a 3 chain counter, but it's not going to be quite strong enough, and I send a follow-up attack too. And then I'm going to send nothing yet. 3 chain from Void. I've got a 4 chain, but this could be dangerous. Void can dig with reds. He gets the reds in time somehow. But it's only a 3 chain. He's still alive, and now he might turn it into an advantage, actually. I received some garbage. I'm probably going to send a 3 chain with the yellows, and I do. And Void's starter blues are gonna get covered. Still not decided yet. I'm gonna send a 4 chain. Void's gonna dig, and the dig isn't gonna be good enough because nothing else is gonna connect. So I end up getting the win. Oh wait, I looked away and actually it's not over yet. I must have missed something. But now I'm sending a 5 chain, or 6 chain actually. Void's defending with the 4 chain, and the 4 chain isn't going to be enough. $46-48 now. So there's still a chance. It's actually pretty close of a match. We're both doing GTR on different sides. I clear a single for now, and then a 2 chain. Void counters with a 3 chain. And I have nothing to counter that 3 chain. I could send my main chain, but I decide not to do it. And now I extend on top. Void's looking at a 2 chain, sends his main chain instead, but it's actually about 8. All I can do is send my main chain in response. And mine's might be good enough. It's gonna be 8 as well. And it sends 2 lines to Void. This match still isn't decided. Void's got a counter for him set up on the greens. And he's gonna send a 4 chain. I'm sending a 4 chain into it. But Void's is stronger, so I get a line. Still not over. Void sends a 2 double. The blues are high up, so I can send a 3 chain counter. And Void's gonna get buried, but still not over yet. 3 chain from me. Void needs a lot of greens. Needs a lot of greens, and he gets a lot of greens. If he had tilted the greens, he could have also sent a 4 chain. Decides not to do it for now, though. Still, Void's got a 2 double setup. 2 double setup, and I'm at a dangerous spot in my build. I need those greens that are high up. Void makes it into a 5 chain. And I can't get anything good enough. Unfortunately, I only got a 3 chain. And I'm gonna lose this round. 46-49 now. Match point for Void. I have to win 4 in a row to come back. Let's see if it happens. Void's got a 3 chain set up on his transition. I don't really have anything. Gonna clear a single for now. Void connects his main chain. Void clears a single. 2 chain coming from Void. 3 chain now. So he's extended to 3 chain. I'm gonna play my main chain. Void's chain turns into a 6 chain though. I don't think either of us expected that, but my main chain is going to be the right answer anyway. 47-49 now. I just need 3 to win, but if Void wins 1, he's going to win the match. Void's playing pretty safe. I'm playing a pretty stable right side GTR. No attacks incoming yet. Void setting up a 2 chain. Doesn't send it. I send a 2 double. Void counters with a 3 chain. I send my main chain immediately. Void needs reds quick. Needs reds quick. He's got the red. This might be it. Void's chain is going to be bigger. I'm going to need some really big extension. Or really big second chain. And that's going to be the match. 47-50. So Void has beaten me 3 times in a row now. So I'll get my revenge sometime, but anyway, he seems to be getting really strong. He's playing pretty well. I'm going to need to practice a lot more. But hope you enjoyed watching.